I think there's a bit of a myth out there that every home sells in a seller's market. Oh boy, I want to bust this myth. Nothing could be further from the truth. I've seen it with sellers in sellers markets where they put their home on at some outrageous number because they think, oh, inventory's low, people are just buying like crazy, and then they find out that people will not pay without limit for your house. We see houses sitting on the market in every market. Back in the 2017 or 2016, 2017 market in the GTA, certainly through the 2020, 21, 22 market in the GTA, we saw a ton of houses that didn't sell, and can be for various reasons. It can be the way the home was marketed, it could be the way the home presented, like the way it was staged, but oftentimes it really always comes down to price, and the price just doesn't align with what the buyers perceive as value when they're walking in the door. And you have to keep in mind, there's always an ebb and flow to the market. And I say this to all my sellers, is that many times it can be week by week. So, the exact same model of home could have sold a month ago, bam, in 2 days. And yet you have the exact same model that's decorated nicer and it sits on the market for 3 or 4 weeks. And so the market goes through this ebb and flow. The same people that were out there 3 weeks ago necessarily aren't out there today. So, there's always that in the market. But the one thing I can say is that, in any market, not all homes sell. Oftentimes, certainly through the last couple of years, pricing has been a sort of a test, if you will, where we have to test and then we may have to adjust the price a week or 2 or 3 or 6 or 8 weeks later, and then we adjust and then we test again. Because sometimes, in a market where there's stuff wildly going over asking and other stuff not selling, and you have the people moving out of the big city trying to go a little bit north, but you also have inventory really low. I mean, when you have markets like that, sometimes the price can be really, really off. Again, you could have two of the same home in the subdivision and they sell 50 or $100,000 apart. Why? It's sometimes it's tough to determine. So it is one of those things that you really gotta chew on the data, with your realtor of choice. If I'm personally a real data person, I like looking at the data. I like working out a few different ways of how that price would work out at the end of the day. I don't just gut part of it, but I don't just throw all gut at it. There's looking at sold comparables, looking at what the depreciation's done over the years, and things like that. But certainly, that I hear that from time to time is, oh, every house sells in a seller's market. No, not the case. Absolutely not. So I'd love to know from you what you think about that myth. Do you think every house sells in a seller's market?